Hi, Zoe. How are you? Thank you for coming. We are going to play with the jelly plate today. I don't really know what we're doing, but we're going to just have fun. Hey, Tina. How are you? Thank you for coming. And I'm going to squirt water over here on my paper towels to keep them wet. I really don't. I'm trying to make backgrounds for an upcoming journal that I'm making. I don't know how this is going to work, but we're going to have fun anyway. It's going to be fun. And we're going to use this bird stencil, but I need it to go this way because I know I'm making a mini journal and I need the top half of the page. So I'm just going to push this down on here. And I'm going to brayer on this side so I can get maybe a background on that half, and that way I don't waste any paper. Now, what am I going to do with these birds? I think it's a hummingbird journal, or it's got hummingbirds in it. I think I'm going to go, whoa, that's a lot of that paint. That one, and I'm going to mix it with that one. And just brayer it on here the best I can. And this is going to just be the first layer. We're going to do other stuff to these little birdie things. And I don't have enough paint, so. And it's probably a different color, but it'll work. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for coming. Hi, Kateri. So this is the first layer. And now I'm just going to spread that around over here. I don't know what that is. Okay. That birdie has no color. Well, he'll get color on the next round. Because now what I want to do is use this really, I've got my colors all lined up out there. I'm going to put this really light blue. And it's not going to be as transparent. I have no clue what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just playing. We'll see what happens when I'm done. And then I'll just brayer this off over here so that this half the page has something on it. And I'm going to take my stencil off. We got color off the stencil from yesterday when I was playing. That's okay. So I know this needs to dry a little bit before we paint over it. So I'm just going to fan it. See who else here. Hi, Misty. How are you? Thank you for coming. So I'm trying to fan this to get it to dry. Now I'm blowing on it. In case y'all are wondering. And I think I want like a light purple behind my birds. Well, I'm going to go with this. Whoa. This is a pink that just leaked out everywhere. And I'm going to mix it with this pretty little purple color. Well, I'm not going to mix. I want to kind of marbly it. And now we're going to just kind of roll lightly over our birdies. From what I understand, we need to be able to get it on here, but we still need to be able to see the birds, kind of. But there's no color there. I didn't get enough color out, so we're going to try again. Where did the pink go? I don't have enough color. So I'm just trying to make some backgrounds. I don't know how this is going to work. That looks good to me. So now I'm going to take a paper. And this is paper that my husband got from Staples, and it's glossy paper. And I don't really use it for anything, so I thought this would be a good use for it. Brown packing paper to kind of press down and make sure I got it good. Well, it doesn't want to go back where I had it, so. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Oh, our birdies didn't come up all the way. But we got some. And that didn't come up at all. So we're going to rebrayer the whole thing. Oh, here's what we got. It does have birds on it. I'm okay with that. This didn't do anything, but that's okay. I'm going to take what's left of my purpley pink mix over here and maybe mix up some more purpley pink mix. And I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. I should have just put all this on the jelly plate. That probably would have been a good idea. And see if we can lift all this up. Ooh, this is going to be pretty, I think. Okay, paper. Then what I'm going to do is scan these into my computer so I can play with them. I may stamp on them and stuff once they're dry. That pulled the edge that time a little bit, so let's... Oh. That came out pretty. I really like the background by itself. So we're going to just lay that over here to dry. And let's see what's happening in chat. And I think I'm going to clean it off. And this is just a soapy water and soap paper towel. Okay, so I'm just going to blot it. Because I don't want soap. Okay. So, I'm going to use, we're just going to do this way this time. And I have a habit of getting too much paint on the jelly plate. Hopefully we won't do that. Well, we'll just go that route. I think I want purple. Except my purple didn't want to open. There it goes. Okay, and now I'm just gonna roll it and print it. Maybe. I may decide to do. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. And we're just gonna print it. And I have my jelly plate stuck to a placemat, the back of a placemat. Okay, that one curled up, so I'm going to uncurl it and let it dry, and then we'll look at it in a little bit. I'm not sure I like that. If it's going to curl up like that. Okay. But we have all this yumminess. So, I think we're just going to add to the yumminess. We're going to use some pink again. A little bit of white to lighten. Well, that's probably a lot of white. And then I want this darker purple. Oh, I might add a little bit of blue. This is probably way too much paint. I'm going to add a couple little drops of this blue. There we go. And here we go again. And now we're just going to pull what we can. Ooh, that came. We got all the gold and everything that was left from behind. That's pretty. Okay. I'm just going to go back over it. I have a plan. For this one, I'm going to check chat. So now I have this kitchen shelf liner stuff. I'm going to pull paint off. I kind of like how that looks. I don't want to pull a bunch, but yeah. Then I think I'm just going to put a white layer over it. A very thin. Okay, I need more white paint, evidently. There we go. So hopefully where all the little squares were, if I'm thinking correctly, it should leave white. We're going to find out, because I don't know. Which it probably would have left white without me pulling it, because... Hi, Kathy! The paper's white. Okay. Well, it didn't do exactly that, but it's still pretty. So now I'm just going to try to get the residual paint off of here. This may end up being the prettiest sheet by the time we're done, because I'm going to do it a couple of more times with other colors. So we'll set that sheet over there, because we're going to use it again. I have in the other room something that I want to go get. It's a, what do you call it? Oh, screen print. I think it's got feathers on it, and since this is going to be a bird journal, that might be really pretty to try. So I will be right back, but let me check on chat before I go. Hi, Angie. Thank you for coming. How are you today? Oh, bless your heart, Angie. I'm sorry you're sick. Yeah, Angie, I can see you. And hi, Kathy. I'm so glad you got your phone fixed, Angie. I am working on backgrounds for a hummingbird journal. And I know that it's got some light blue and light purple and pink in it. So I'm trying to kind of stick with those colors. But I'm going to go get my little thing and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The silk screen that I have, oh, it does not have feathers on it. Well, kind of. And let's see, remember. I'm trying to see how you lay it down. Orange side down, cool beans. I'm thinking this would make a good border. And since I know I'm going to be cutting my paper because I'm making a mini this away, I'm going to put it about halfway up. Now for this, I want to use something with gold in it. That would make a pretty feather color. I think I'm going to go with this lighter blue. And I need to get a credit card thing. And I did not put enough paint. There we go. Now, I'm going to pull this off and let that dry. Oh, that's pretty. We're going to let that dry before we put any more paint across it. And I'm going to wipe this off because I don't want the paint to dry in it. Actually, I'm going to go rinse it out and I'll be right back. I should have had a bowl of water. Okay, that's rinsed and I'm back. And then I think what I want to put over this is a really like light blue and purple. So maybe some white to lighten it up. Really good. And let's see. No, I'm really not I'm trying to make backgrounds, but I'm not making anything specific. No. I'm hoping they'll work for backgrounds. But that needs to dry. And we're dancing on the ceiling because YouTube froze me up and disconnected me. But I'm back. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's cool, Angie, that you have a specific number to call so you don't have to try to get through to somebody. I think it's good enough to put, whoa, not a glob. Let me move that around. There. And I'm going to use this purple again. I like this purple. These are the Lumiere Halo colors. They're gorgeous because they have the metallic in with them. And I'm going to get a different pink. One that's not quite so pale. Okay. And we're just going to brayer this over the whole thing. Okay. Grab a sheet of paper. Now this time I need to make sure I get it at least to this edge because this is where the border is. Brown craft paper back. And let's see, it did not pull it all. It did not pull it all. Let's rub it harder. Just gonna put it back and see if I can get it to pull it. Nope, I'll just have to redo it. Just put paint over it again. But it pulled some of it and it's very cool looking. Oh, that tore my paper. This may not be the best paper to use. Let me get a different paper. Worked fine last night without sticking, but now it's sticking. And it could be that glossy finish. So we're just going to switch over to regular paper. And I'm just going to use what's left on the brayer. And add a little bit more paint. And some white. And a little bit of purple. Oh, that's a lot of purple. And get this up here where the border is, it didn't pull. And we'll see what happens. And then I'm going to go back and look at chat again. Much better. That's kind of pretty. But I still want to get this to come up. You know what? I'm going to mix this with a little water. I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not. It's what I'm going to do. I'll just claim I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know how that's going to come out, but we're going to find out. It might be kind of cool with all the little holes that are popping up. You never know. Y'all are probably yelling, no, don't do that. Oh, my name is Brenda. I have not gotten it yet. Oops. Has she put them out yet? Misty, did you get yours? And Misty made it onto the Tsunami Rose design team. Hi, Carol. Thank you for coming. Okay, so we're going to see what happened with putting water on it. Like I said, you're probably not supposed to. It did pull that time, or most of it. I just hope my paper didn't stick. Oh, the paper stuck. No. It's eating my paper. I don't. Okay, anybody know why it's doing that? That could be the water. But now I'm going to probably have to wet it to get this off of here. Yeah, let's mist it down now to get the paper off. Wow, that's okay. Yeah, paper just comes right off. And that was pretty. So, guys, other things we're going to do. Those came out nice, and I like them. However, I also know you can play with alcohol ink on your jelly plate. So, but we're going to do it different probably. The brayer's not going to probably get used, and I don't need that one. I need a dry one. Because water and alcohol don't mix, so we do want just to be dry. Okay, you put all my paints to the side back here. And I'm going to switch over to alcohol. We have and I'm not tilting these back because those Brie Reese things, if you barely squeeze them, they go. Magenta, that's not alcoholic. It's in the wrong bucket. Really pretty blue. A rose color. That says Baja Blue, but I don't know that that's what's in there. I think that's alcohol ink I made, so I don't know what color it is. We're going to find out. And I want the white. And let's see what else we got in this little bucket. Passion Purple. And orange. Okay, so I'm just going to line these up back here. And get the alcohol spray bottle, which is gigantic. Oh, Carol, cool. Misty, and before I got the jelly plate, I was using This. It is a non-stick silicone mat. It works pretty much the same way as a jelly plate. I know, and Carol, sometimes this one is, when you get it, you want to look at it carefully. This is perforated. Every so many inches, it's got perforations in it, so it'll tear, which makes it great for that purpose. Oh, I understand that, Misty. But you can use this as your jelly plate. You just put your paint on it. Instead of the brayer, I was using one of these to spread it. And just move it around on here. I can show you that when we're done with the jelly plate. Just a silicone mat will work. A piece of glass will work. Welcome back, Maddie. Yep, you can even use cardboard. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to start dotting some ink. Now, this actually does work better with the shiny paper. So there's some purple. And I'm not... Oh, I meant to get the sprays. And I think with this, we're going to use this pretty blue. And I made alcohol spray with Kool-Aid. So we're going to leave that like that. Putting the lid on these. I've squeezed them and had ink everywhere. Okay. Kool-Aid sprays. What colors? An orange. Oh, this might be good. And now that's going to get our ink to move a little bit, which is what we want to happen. Spray a little bit of blue. And then I'm going to add some of this green shimmer misty stuff. Now we're going to pick it all up with one of the shiny papers. I know it looks kind of messy. It'll be pretty. And this paper's going to want to curl. Oh, no. No. Don't curl. I'm going to lay it over here flat for a second, and then I'm going to try to get it to run. But I'm going to grab another sheet of that shiny paper and pull again. That's very pretty. Oops. I'm going to get alcohol ink everywhere. But what kind of fun is it if we don't make a mess? And what I want to do is take that didn't print good and put it back in some of this alcohol. And I have another little spot right there that didn't get any paint. There we go. And there that is. And it's going to stick on the back. Lay that up there. I'm going to clean this off real fast with alcohol. Actually, we may pull some more. Oh, we're going to probably pull more. That's pretty. I'm moving everything because I want to tilt it. Okay, so if we tilt it, we can get some really cool effects. So that's what I'm working on. And we're going to pull this in just a second. But before we pull it, I want to add some white because the white does weird things to the alcohol. It kind of, like all that spider webbing and stuff. I'm going to try to get that to run a little bit. Oh, that's cool. Now, I'm going to see what we get. That's going to have to dry now. Oh, we got spots that didn't get any stuff. Y'all, when you do this, use a well-ventilated room because this alcohol is very strong. And that edge still, just that edge doesn't have anything on it. Okay, and I'm going to let that dry. And grab a paper to get the residual from this. Then we're going to go again. Now, my question is, and I'm going to chat, I've done this on glass with markers. Does anybody know if I write on my jelly plate with a marker, if it will hurt it? I don't want to damage my jelly plate. I'm thinking write on it with a marker, then spray it and get it to run and see what you get. But I don't want to do that if it could ruin my jelly plate. Because I don't want to ruin the jelly plate. These backgrounds don't work for this journal. I think they work for other things. These are pretty. Okay, let me get another dry paper towel. Okay. Oh, Angie, you're fine. Yeah, I'm going to scan them in and play with them once I'm done. Oh, Carol, that sounds cool. Oh, Angie, I don't think it's a problem for you to write our names down so you can remember who everybody is. I've had a cheat sheet before. I probably should still have a cheat sheet. So let me get my markers. Oh no, they all just fell out of the box. Okay, guys, we're going to try this on a corner real fast. We'll try it over here. Well, yeah, I can color on it. So we're just going to go down this side and see what happens with pink and light blue. And then I'm going to spray alcohol on here and we'll tilt it. Okay, that's like a light purple, but it'll work. I know I've done this on glass. Okay. So this is where we need the alcohol spray bottle. Get that to run a little bit. Nothing else. This is going to have a really pretty border on it. Or a very light border. Yep, a very light, faint border. I'll show you when I get it to come up. It's got that. So it's a very light, faint thing. But I bet if we get it with darker colors, it would work. We're going to try it. I'm all for making the mess. And it's not hurting the jelly plate. I verified that it won't hurt it. So let's go with some darker colors. Like this one. And maybe that one. And I want a purple. And like this purple. And what I've done in the past is just mark on it. And random, like kind of like when you're putting paint down to brayer it. And we'll just put some blue in here. And here's the cool thing. If I should damage this side of the jelly plate, there's always the other side. I'm kidding. It didn't do anything over here, so we should be fine. Okay. Now we're going to use this color in other areas. Now we're going to spray it. Oh, Carol, that does sound pretty. So I'm just going to mist it lightly with the alcohol. And I got to move stuff because now I can't tilt. And we're going to let them run. And we're going to pull a print in just a moment. I've also done this on the back of photo paper. And it comes out really, really cool. This is going to be cool when this all gets through running together. I don't want it to be blended though. I want it to kind of like tie-dye affected. What I'm going for anyway. It's kind of drying a little bit. A little bit more spray. Okay. I'll grab a paper. It missed right there. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Let me get this edge real good. That is awesome. Now, once this dries, there's stuff we can do to it. So I'm setting it aside to dry. I'm going to pull this one back that we did the light color on and get the rest of this alcohol and stuff up. That came out really cool with the markers. That is awesome. And now I got it on the back, but that's okay. Let that one dry. Oh, let me check on chat. This is fun. You could definitely use water, like this is kind of like watercolors on paper. Let's see. I think I want to use some greens. I know what colors are in the kit. I'm trying to stick with those colors. So I think I'm going to go this way this time. I'm just trying not to make mud too. And I'm not pressing hard. I'm just lightly putting the ink on the plate. So I'm hoping that purple will be my main color on this one. Then I'm going to get some orange in here. Now I'm going to get some of this really cool blue color. Ooh. That would be pretty with pink or magenta or something. And then sprayed. Okay. Now we're going to spray. And move all the markers so I can tilt. I think I'm going to do it this way this time. Can y'all see? So just tilting it to kind of get it to move. And thank you, Misty. Again, I'm not wanting it to all become one color, but this needs to go that way. There we go. This is so weird. Move it back down that way. It's weird how it moves. Now, I'm going to take advantage of the alcohol on here And I am going to just drip white here and there. And just see, it makes these like little circle things. It's kind of cool. Hi, Aaron. Thank you for coming. I am spraying it with alcohol. Hi, Mary. How are you? Okay, and I'm going to go in and drip this as well while the alcohol's wet. Oh, I kind of like the wavy lines, so I don't want to go too far with those drips because I kind of like that effect. Okay, I think we're going to leave it like that. Oh, I want the shiny paper. And we're going to see what we get. I think it's going to be cool. And I'm going to leave it alone and let it dry. And I'm going to, not that one, but we have these. Spray some of this blue. And this smells good because it's Kool-Aid in here, and it is alcohol. It's just light blue Kool-Aid. And I'm going to spray this pink. And we're going to lift. Okay. These are going to be some cool backgrounds for something. Oh, that came out very pastel-y. Which is kind of what I've been going for. Hang on. I need to get some of this here, and it's rolling up on me. Okay, let me unroll and let dry. Wait a minute. That needs some. Okay. I'm going to clean it off again. We got a lot of buildup on here. We got a clean one. Misty, back to the mat thing. Dollar Tree. You could do it on a placemat like this, but Dollar Tree has those two clear plastic like cutting boards basically for $1. Those work just as well for imitation jelly plating. Especially for something like this technique where it's color and spray. So, I think I want to try maybe some gray. This could be a mistake. Some light purple. And this pink. So we're going to do gray lightly. We're not going to do a lot of the gray. Oh, that's pretty. And these are just Sharpie markers. Hubby bought these for me as a surprise. And then as soon as he brought them home, I'm like, oh, you know what I could do with those? And I don't think this is what he had in mind for art. Was like coloring on glass and spraying with alcohol. But it makes really pretty stuff. I don't know what he thought I was going to do with them, but I'm sure this wasn't it. let me scribble on stuff and spray it. Oh, that's too close to that color. We're going to go with turquoise, which is going to turn that purple, but that's okay. And I am going to put the gray on here. I think that'll be kind of cool. Okay, now we're going to come in with the gray. And now we're going to spray it. And we're going to tilt it. Get this stuff to start moving. And I'm not wanting to make it all one color. I'm still trying to keep the colors, but kind of, like I said earlier, tie-dye effect it kind of. I hope y'all can see what it's doing. This looks really cool on the camera. I'm looking at the camera to see what y'all can see. That's looking pretty cool. And I'm just tilting it kind of to get it to go down that way. Now I'm tilting it back this way. Okay. Grab on a sheet of paper. And this is just, it's not photo paper. It's just 32-pound glossy paper. That's all it is. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Oh, these napkins are going to be pretty when they dry. And I usually save them if they're really pretty, like this one will dry really pretty and can be used on something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this whole thing. Set it up there. And we're going to swap it for this red mat, which should be fine. Now, I'm going to go to chat. Hi, Tanya. Oh, it was buffering? Oh, no. I think you could probably do that, Carol, with the picture under it. Oh, and I'm probably not on live chat anymore. Nope. Because it took me out that time. Okay, so Tanya's here. Oh, yeah, Zoe, we are. If you're asking, the weather missed us. It went south. We didn't get warm enough that day to cause storms here. Thank goodness. But those people in South Alabama. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do is don't know that that's the one I want. Here's one. I want to add some shimmer. So I have these shimmer mists. And I think they're alcohol based. And I am just going to spritz it on here. And if it's alcohol based, it'll reactivate our alcohol. It's not. Okay, that's fine. It is now. See, now that just reactivates the alcohol a little bit. And I'm going to get the heat gun, guys. If I can unhook it from its hooky spot. You just get a different light. So if you're looking for something different or you didn't like it, spray it. And you'll get a whole different look to it. Now my question, see, I just want to play. My question would be, what if I spray it with some of this light blue? Which it is alcohol because I put alcohol in it when I made it. Now I'm going to dry it again. And it smells like blue raspberry. So what do y'all think? Hi, Sandra. Thank you for coming. So I think that's pretty. I don't know if y'all can see the shimmer, but it's there. Move that off. This one I did want to do some more to, because it doesn't have a lot on it. This is like a gold color. So I'm going to put it down. And now I'm going to spray some of my red homemade alcohol ink on there. And then I'm going to move it with the heat gun. Which creates really cool patterns. And eventually the alcohol will dry and it'll stop moving. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz it lightly with pure alcohol and spray and dry it again. Usually that leaves like little white specks. It's very cool. I have a blob right there. There we go. I really like that with it looks marbly. So we're going to call that one done. This was just a really light one, so I do want to spray it with something. something that's going to go with my background. Now, if it would dry like that, I kind of like that speckle look. I think I'm going to add some of this rose in drops. Oh, that is cool. So you really don't have to have Yupo paper. Yupo paper's cool. And you don't, the back side of photo paper works just as well. And in this case, I have this shiny paper that's not photo paper, and it's working. And now I'm going to kind of dry it. And then I think I'm going to do some more stuff to it because I like it. Okay, what I want to do is, shimmer mist is my least favorite because it's messy. I guess I should shake it up to get, see, now I'm going to get messy all over me. Well, we'll just dot it on if it won't spray. There it goes. Yeah, all in the same spot. It only sprays once, and then it takes a minute for it to spray again. Okay, now back to the alcohol bottle. And now, where's the Bria Reese? This blue. We're just going to dot it on here like we did the red a minute ago. And just let it do its thing. We may tilt it if it doesn't seem to be doing anything special. These caps are the hardest ones to get back on. There we go. I'm going to tilt it, and just let it run a minute. See if we can get something better going. Oh, that's pretty. Tilt it some more. Because you just never know what you're going to get at all. This is coming out to be more of a solid blue than I wanted. But that's okay. It can be worked with. Oh, that shimmer under that is really pretty. Trying to get it down here to this blob. Oh, y'all, I'm almost off camera. There's a blobby blue there that I don't want. So now I'm going to try to get it to come. What I may do is just spray it, reactivate the alcohol, then tilt it. There we go. So there's so much you can do with these. Okay, now we're going to do the heat gun and kind of move it around in little veins and stuff. And that was just alcohol sprayed on it, and I'm going to let it go. I like the spots. Can y'all see all that? And it's got that shimmer. That's gorgeous. What do y'all think? Hi, Vanessa. How are you? Thank you for coming. I really like that with all those little dots on it. So we're going to put that aside. This we just may want to put dots on it. Let's see what happens. Well, it's got them coming. Just some speckles. There they go. That is really pretty. And see, this as a page. Oh, the back is pretty too. This is a page in a mini journal. And then you can stamp on it or what. That's gorgeous. Or even as a full-size page in a full-size journal. That's pretty. Just fold it in half. Okay, so what do we want to do? I think this one just needs some shimmer spray on it. We use some of this reddish color, but not a lot. I think that's good. And I'm just going to spray it from up above. A little bit of alcohol. And we're going to heat gun it. Oh, that came out cool. Is this something that you all would be interested in using in a journal? Would you, if this was yours, would you use it in a journal? I think it's awesome. And the back's coming out. It's soaking through a little bit to the back so you get color back there. Okay. This one needs something because it's weird. So, I'm going to start with this light blue, see what we can do to fix this. And my blue is not spraying right now. Well, booey. That's okay. Where's the one? See, I don't know what's in this bottle. It's something I mixed, so we're going to go with it. But it's alcohol. Oh, it may be marker. Ink. I think we're going to spray that to lighten it up. And move it around our paper. Oh, that's all breaking up nice. Look at that. So you just never know what it's going to do, which is why I like this so much, because you just you can't predict what the ink and alcohol is going to do on your paper. Just don't know. I really wanted to do something down there. I think, yeah, that'll work. Now let's move some stuff around again. I am liking this more and more now. Tilt it this way. I really like the way it's coming out now. I'm just going to respray here to move that around a little bit. And then we're going to move it around with the heat gun a little bit. I really am liking this. Now we're going to move it with the heat gun. I'm going to iron the paper so that won't stay warped like that. And we could probably unwarp it real fast by just making the dots come up. See, I like the way it's like cells in a acrylic pour. You know how they go for the cells? That's what happens. It looks like when you put the alcohol, just spraying it on. It's like it makes all these little cells up here. And it's really cool. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay, so I think I can iron that back out flat later. Oh, that's still wet over here. Let me dry that a little bit more. Okay, there's that one. And this one, I really wanted to do more stuff with it because it really didn't do what I wanted. So I'm going to spray some of this homemade. This is a red. Smells like tropical punch Kool-Aid. I'll put that on there. And we're going to get it moving. Reactivate some of that alcohol. Now I want to spray it with alcohol because I want to put some of this Bria Reese Rose on it. We're just going to drip it to start. I wonder. This is gold. Now, when I put this on here, it's going to do bubbly, looking oily stuff. It's going to be kind of cool. And it's about empty. But see, it kind of boils when you first put it down. It looks really cool. We're going to try to see if we can get some kind of gold streaking or something by just moving around in there. I'm going to have to spray because it's going to dry quickly. There we go. It's kind of like playing when you were a kid, you know? And as adults, we get to do it and we can't get in trouble. Oh, I like those dots. Let's stop. I'm going to heat this up in just a second. All those cells, we're just going to try to freeze them in place. Sorry about that. Now, I lost a lot of those, so I'm going to lightly do it again. I really want some color down there. I really wish this blue spray would stay working. Well, too. Oh, the back is pretty. And there that goes. Oh, Vanessa, that's cool. You're going to make your own chili flakes. Okay, so there's that. I like it. And we're going to add some pink to this because I think it needs some pink. So it matches the rest. I'm trying to make backgrounds, so we're just going to splatter that on there. Let it go crazy for a minute while I close it back up. And, oh, you know what? Instead of adding that, we're going to spray it with orange spray. Oh, isn't that cool? And then this gold shimmery stuff. This is not the bright red one. It's more of a pinky color, but it's going to get us some shimmer going. I'm not so sure I like those big circles on there. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something to get rid of those. Yeah. I don't like those harsh lines there. I'm going to spray it. And I'm going to drop some of this. I'm just going to put a line of it. Whoa. Wasn't supposed to be that much of a line. And then we're going to try to just run it when I get it to close back up. Okay. So now I'm going to pick it up and tilt it. There it goes. Oh, that's working. It's getting rid of those. That's making some pretty stuff. I don't want it to run off the edge. This has got a lot of alcohol on it, guys. Which is good because it'll move around a good bit. I really like that. And I ran it off. Let me pick that up. But I like that we got rid of those harsh circles. I just didn't like those. Okay, drying time. That is very cool. Hi, Ann. How are you? Hi, Janie. Thank you for coming. We are playing with our ink today, and I'm not liking this corner. But I think if I just spray that corner, maybe add, oh no, we'll add a drop of this and then tilt it to go that way. Once I get it to close up. These bottles there we go. It's getting the top on there. And if you squeeze it, it goes everywhere. So now we can run this around, kind of get it to go down in with that. Turn it so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just changing that corner that I didn't like. Sprinkling it a little bit more with alcohol so it gets some more movement. See, now it's reactivating that other color, which is fine. This is kind of heavy, so we're going to reactivate that as well and move it around a little bit. That was just a little heavy there. So I'm just going to try to mute it out a little by rerunning it. Well, I don't want to run it down the edge of the paper like that, but that's what it did. And it's going to run down that way. No, go. I don't want to have white streaks like that in there. Okay, so there we go. It's just a matter of if you don't like it, spray it with alcohol, put some more stuff on it, something. We're going to go back to the shimmer mist up here. Yeah. One little spray, and then we can move it around. Oh, that's going. That's looking kind of cool. Drippy. I'm liking it. Let's move it around with the sprayer or the heat gun. Oh, see, now that's drying really pretty. And I think just put some spray right around that edge, just to break that edge up a little bit. And there we go. That's gorgeous. I really am liking all of these, and they can all be cohesive in a journal. And then here's the ones that we painted. And that was the one we tried to do the border on. So these are the paints. And that one's the one that tore. So that's, oh wait, I have a couple of more alcohol ones we can go back to. But these are all the ones that we painted. And I really like the alcohol. These are pretty, but I like those alcohol ones much better. There's that one with all that gold and stuff. That's very pretty. And there's that one. And there's this one that we had the birds. And this was the first one that didn't really take. So, we have two more up here with alcohol. But it's what do we want to do with them? Think, wait, what's this one? That's the green. Is there one more of those? There is. I think it may be. This is the purple one. We'll do that. And we're going to come back in with this darker blue because we have some white spots on this paper. And this is ink or something. I don't know. I think it's pen ink with alcohol mixed in with it. Is what I think it is. Okay. Now to get it really moving, alcohol. And we are going to dribble it. I really want to get some in that corner where it was white before. See, we're changing the whole look of this paper, which is kind of cool. I like all those veins up there. That's really cool. Now I'm going to get the veins to go a different direction. Spray a little bit more up there. I think after this dries, we're going to put some pink on it because it's kind of dark-ish. It's not moving anymore, so I'm going to spray. Oh, that's pretty. Too bad it won't stay that way. Well, I'm going to leave it alone and see what happens. If I can get it to dry like that, I like it. Oh, Angie, are you going? Well, feel better, Angie. Get some rest and feel better. There's some yucky stuff going around right now, you guys. Seeing all my little spots just went away, so I'm going to run it. Because I want some color down here. Got all that yumminess happening that way. I want some of it down on this side. And guys, it's just paper and ink. If I mess it up, you know, it's just paper and ink. But I think all of these have come out really cool. I'm going to dry this so that we can put some blue and ink on it. I think these would make some awesome digital images. So now I am going to use this again, and I'm going to spray it before it gets to too much of a spotted issue again. And that way I can run it. Trying to get it to go how we want it to go. And I'm going to use this, put some of these drops in there. See how that one went on easy. And just tilt it again. I just like how easy it is to make it look marbly. I hope y'all can see all this. I think I keep going off camera. And we're not running over here anymore, so I'm going to spray that a little bit. Fix that. And I want to spray this one pink area. Change how that's going. Okay. And I think I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start drying it. Try to keep it mottled if I can. That's pretty. But there's not anything happening on the edges, so use my strawberry spray. And I'm just going to move it around with the heat gun. Now it kind of all blends. Okay, that I like that. That's really pretty. And that would be pretty as a half of a page, or as a whole page, or as a half a page, and it's really wet on. And the backs are really pretty. Now, because this is shiny on both sides, we're going to experiment on this one. Just put some more sprays back here. It's already soaked through. A little bit of that. I want some of this blue. That's good. That's a lot. I didn't mean to put that much. But there's no mistakes in art. Only happy accidents. Now we're going to run it. It may need more spray. Okay. Now we can turn around and run it. I'm going to heat tool it. Looks like a blue lake, doesn't it? Let's do what we can to disperse some stuffs. And that's the gold. Well, the gold will work. Goldish green. That'll work. Okay, now, hope we're not doing anything to our front side too much. We'll check in a minute. But because this is shiny on both sides, and one's not flat like on photo paper, you don't want to put it on the front side because it gets up underneath that shiny part. Oh, that's coming out nice, guys. I'm all messy, but the papers are pretty. I'm trying to run it back to that dark blue spot right there. Oh, I don't want that to happen. And it is still paper, so this paper is pretty saturated right now with alcohol. So I'm trying to be careful. Okay, heat gun. Little spot there and there. And see, it didn't do anything to this side, so now you've got two totally different looks from the same paper. And I'm all, I'm all yucky. Okay, so see, we have this side, and then we just did this side. Except, see, I don't like the corners that are white. Like, that's not the right color that I wanted either. I want this one. Yeah, I just don't like the corners being like that. So we're going to spray, and then we're going to heat gun it and be done with this one. At least the corners aren't all white. And see, and I don't like how that did either. There we go. Move it around a little. I think that's very pretty on both sides and will work good in a journal. And I'm all heat gun. Now, Misty. Misty, are you still here? Is Misty still here? Because I wanted to show Misty this next thing. And we're going to go back to paint for this and regular paper. So if you don't have a jelly plate, you can use a mat like this. And I am just going to put paint here, there, and everywhere. And I think I can print 2 pieces of paper from here. I'm going to put some white. And then I'm going to get, it's color shifting purple. Oh, that's pretty. And we're going to put it on here. And we are not going to use a brayer. We are going to use a credit card. So, where'd the credit card thing go? For this, it's just kind of spread the paint around. Color shift paint has an odor. So if you're not prepared for that, it does have an odor. That's kind of cool. My credit card must have a lump on it. It does. We'll get rid of the lumpy. Okay. And I don't want to make one color. I kind of want to get marbled, and it's not doing that. But that's okay. I'm going to put a sheet of paper here. And I'm going to put a sheet of paper here. And we're going to just press and press and press. And we got a mess. We got a mess. And I'm knocking paint bottles over and alcohol ink bottles over. So I'm not going to waste this. We're going to redo it, and we're going to do it with a brayer this time. Some white. Some pink. I'm not happy with those prints. And I had a blue paint. We're going to go blue metallic. Just regular blue metallic. Like dark blue. Because now, playing and having fun. Okay. That's more what I was looking for the first time. That kind of a pattern. Whoops. Okay. Where is the regular paper? There it is. Put a sheet of paper here. And a sheet of paper here. And we are just going to print. Oh, that's really pretty. Whoops. Now the back of it got wet. So we're just going to set it up there. Squooch this one. Squooch is a technical term. Oh, that's pretty. And I kind of want my edges. I'm going to go back and get that one too. Okay, we're going to call that one done. I'm going to take the brayer, which still has paint on it. Rebrayer. And I'm running out of places to put stuff, guys. And now I'm going to just pull up the rest of this paint. Or as much of it as I can. And I keep hitting the phone cord. Okay. I'm just going to roll my roller off. Okay, so I think we're going to be done, but we can just chat. I'm going to go put this in the sink, and then I'll be right back. And we can get all this stuff cleaned up, and then we can talk for a minute. I'll be right back. I don't end up with alcohol inks mixed in with stuff that they shouldn't be mixed in with, like other inks or paints. So the sprays all go in a certain spot now. I really like having my craft room set up to where it's more organized than it was when it was in. That doesn't go on there. So somewhere there's a bottle without a top. Okay, almost ready. Are y'all still here? Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I did use a silicone mat, and before that, I was using the jelly plate. That last thing was with a silicone mat because Misty doesn't have a jelly plate. And so I was trying to show Misty, and she probably rewatched the video later. I was trying to make sure that, because I was telling her earlier, you could use the silicone mat, you could use cutting boards, those little 2 for $1 cutting boards from the Dollar Tree, if you don't have a jelly plate. And then we were doing some crazy things on our jelly plate. The crazy thing we were doing is these. We're coloring on it, spraying it with alcohol, and then tilting it and moving it around, then picking up the print. It did not hurt the jelly plate at all. So I thought it might, but it didn't. So that was a good thing. Rebecca, I really appreciate you coming. We're to the chatting portion now. I can show you some of the things that we made, though. This was the last thing we did on a silicone mat. Oh, I don't want to put that on top of there. It's going to be yucky. But the alcohol ones that we did, where we just kind of, these all started out as coloring on the jelly plate, spraying it, and then I sprayed them after and got all kind of stuff. Okay, you caught the alcohol part? Good. So we got a lot of really pretty backgrounds, guys. I think these are going to be really pretty in my journal. And the cool thing, is that most of them have a back to them. If not, when I print them, they're going to have a back to them. Because I'm going to scan them all in. So I think they came out really pretty. But that's what we've done today. And now I am in the process of trying to get all of the sprays and stuff up off the desk and get the paints put away. And I am going to do a craft room walkthrough at some point now that I have a craft room. I think this weekend I'm going to spend cleaning it because right now it's a mess. Because moving stuff in, y'all, that's a messy job. I really thought, okay, first of all, I'm going to preface this with, I live in a world of pink unicorns and purple unicorns and white fluffy pink clouds. White fluffy pink, that didn't make sense. But yeah, that's my world. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a craft room and I'm just going to be able to move stuff in here and organize it as I go. If the world was full of pink puffy clouds and purple unicorns, that might would have worked. That's not how it worked. I am mostly moved in, mostly. However, it's not organized yet. It's getting there. But I realize that's a process. And so I'm thinking I'm going to spend this next weekend coming up on getting organized. Everything back here behind this that you don't see is stuff I use almost every day. Um, it's really hard for me to keep that clean when it's stuff that I'm pulling from to create every day that I'm working. And I work in here every day. A lot. So it's just hard. Am I missing markers? Oh, I need to put my little thing back. It's all clean. And I'm working on making some digital kits to go in my Zibbit store. Everything in my Etsy store, guys, is 35% off currently. There is a link below the video for Etsy. I put it in today before we started because I remember. But yeah, because I'm going to close the Etsy store, I think, and go with Zibbit. It's a better pricing system. And so I don't want to have to move it over. So I put it all on sale. But I am wanting to get into doing digitals. I've got several things made already to go digital. I just have to get them printed correctly and get them listed somewhere. And that's why I was asking if that's something like the backgrounds we made today. Is that something you guys would be interested in as a digital? Would you download it if it was available as a digital? Boy, that's a lot of paper towels. I know I'm going to scan them so I can use them over and over in my stuff. But I just wasn't sure if somebody else would be interested in doing that. And I need to get the brayer. What I'm going to do with my brayer, guys, because I don't want it to dry, is I'm going to try to brayer it off with these soapy paper towels. I'm going to have to scrub it again. I'm bad. I'm going to let it sit on this soapy paper towel. I think that's paper on there from something earlier today. Okay. So if that's something that you would be interested in, like I know I'm putting up my coffee dye paper because I use that all the time myself. That'll be available. And the prices are going to be reasonable. Definitely reasonable prices. But I'm just wondering if that's something that other people would be interested in. If I'm just the only crazy one. And I'm out of paper towels, but they're right behind me. Oh, Lord, I just moved the whole desktop. I forget that I have this acrylic on here. If y'all can hear the dog snoring, I apologize. Okay. Okay, so Anne, you've done that? Hi, Dawn. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it's a job moving stuff because I was crafting in the living room and dining room until maybe a month to 2 months ago. And it's slowly coming in here. I'm still, hubby is still going to put me up another 6-inch wide shelf front to back over the printer to house all the paper. And another, I'm trying to look to see. I was thinking another 4-inch shelf, but I don't think I can reach another one of those. So I think we only have the one shelf left. The 6-inch one to move the paper from behind me off of a rack. And then I can get everything else moved in here. I thought there was another 4-inch shelf going somewhere. Most of the stuff, as you know, as crafters is small. I don't have anything in like big, giant things. So unless it's in a bin that I need to put on a bigger shelf, right around my desk is all 4-inch wide shelves because, and then next to me, which you'll see this on the video, is when I do it, the walkthrough. It's a cart that's made to go between your washer and dryer and your laundry room. It's from Walmart. It was like $8 or $12. It's 8 inches wide and 30 inches front to back. No, 20 something front to back, and then 30 inches tall. Hubby left a room at the end of my desk for it to slide under. That's all my paints and my glue and Mod Podge and stuff like that, except for what's right here on my desk in smaller bottles. That's the big bottles. So, and when he built the desk, he left room between the leg and the wall for that to go under so that it's out of the way when I'm not using it in the craft room, which is kind of cool. So that's all I have. I just got to finish moving stuff in. And then it's a mess because I work in here every day. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to, I guess I'm just going to take the weekend off and don't craft and then clean. That's what I'm going to do. Get it all reorganized and everything. It was pretty for a few minutes there when I wasn't working in it. Rebecca, how are you? I don't know if I asked you that. You're probably at work, so we should probably whisper. Sometimes Rebecca visits from work, so we have to kind of be shh. Because we don't want to get her in trouble. I post them and I just don't do it all the time. I forget. I'm going to message YouTube about this. I can't be the only YouTuber who wishes that there was a direct, not a direct. You know how you put it in YouTube? You're like your thumbnail gets put on every picture and every video unless you change it. There should be a default description box where in your description box, you can have your email, your default could be your email address, your Etsy store, your or Zibbit or whatever. And thank you for that about Big Commerce. Your Zibbit store, whatever that you need to be there. All those links that you want in there. It should be like a default where you just click a box and it automatically loads it for you instead of me having to go copy. Remember to copy and paste it. See, that's my problem. I forget to copy it and paste it at the beginning of the video. And then I try to remember when I'm uploading to do it after it's uploaded and I can edit. So I'm trying to get better about that. I have gone back and put it on several videos, but I am bad. And you're funny. There is a default. I've never been able to find it. I wondered how everybody got all that stuff in there all the time. And here I am trying to remember to do. I thought there had to be one. Somewhere. Yeah, Don, I'm bad. I am. I will admit it. I'm the world's worst. Now, don't forget, we're not doing live on Thursdays right now. Because I'm trying to get Zibbit set up and running. And Dawn, the only reason I decided to go with Zibbit, okay, I'm going to clarify here. They say it is $6 a month. It is not. Oh, it is to have a Zibbit store. Oh, and thank you. That would be so helpful. That would be because I've hunted and hunted for that thing and I can't find it. And it would be helpful to have it all just automatically upload with every video. But Zibbit's new program says it's $6 a month. Okay, I was thinking that too. I go in there to go off my free program, which is about to expire, to the paid. And the cheapest thing they have is a 2-shop program. And I don't need 2 shops. So I messaged them. I said, is there a 1-shop program? No, there is not. You need to have 2 shops, Zibbit plus one of their other little things. You don't have to use the other one, but you got to pay for it. So it's really, guys, $12 a month is the least you can get by with on Zibbit. But there's no backdoor fees. That's why I want to go with it, because I know if I start doing digitals, I'm going to end up with a lot of things in Etsy at 20 cents a listing. Right now, that's not so bad, but eventually it's going to be more than $12 a month, where Zibbit's going to be $12 a month. So, and Etsy also gets fees on the backside right along with PayPal. So I figure if I can just do the $12 a month, no fees on the backside other than PayPal, cheaper. But I am going to check into BigCommerce and see what that is, because I've not even heard of that. Is that another website where you can do the same thing? Because I haven't switched over to Zibbit yet. I have a Zibbit store. I was able to get my name changed to Foxy's Creations, which was one of my big things. But right now, if I can find something that's less than $12 a month, that I think is what I want to do. Or that's a better option than Zibbit and Etsy. Oh, okay. I will check into it. We got a glare right there. I'm going to put that on it. And let's see. We'll put this piece of paper on that one. When the placemat on here, that's why I put the placemat on here, but the jelly plate's on it. There's no glare. I realized that with the placemat, it takes the glare away. Which is helpful for you guys. And I like Zibbit. I just don't know. Right. The other option was I do have a Facebook page for Foxy's Creations. I also have a group, which is Foxy's Followers on Facebook. I thought about using my Facebook page, Foxy's Creations, and selling stuff there. But it goes through Shopify, I think. So that could be a problem. So I don't know. I just know right now I'm not listing anything else on Etsy. I put everything on Etsy on sale, and I'm leaning towards Zibbit at this point for what I'm doing. And they do offer the digital download. So I can upload stuff that can be digital downloads. And I've got several. I've got like 8 or 9 already ready to go. I just have to do walkthroughs on all the pages, get them printed out correctly so that I can show them correctly. Also, so that the zip files will print correctly when you all download them, if you choose to do so. Oh, wow. See, that's what Zibbit's working on now. That's why you have to have other channels. They call them channels. Zibbit is your main one. And for every other channel that you add, whether it's eBay, they're working on Etsy, or it's Stitch, and they have a couple of other ones, you can manage it all from Zibbit. For that is $6 per sales channel that you add. But you can manage it all from there. And I don't think you can put a catalog or anything on your Facebook, but you could probably put a link. Or I could list the items on my Foxy's Creations page with a link for each item. I could just post a picture and a link that takes you to the Zibbit store. So that's an option. See, Zibbit is unlimited listings. For the $6 a month, it doesn't matter how many listings you have. 1 or 100, it doesn't matter. Or more. So far. I can see them changing that pricing structure in the future. And going back to maybe how it was the old way. I don't know. But I can see as I get to doing more and more stuff, I'm going to need a more reasonable kind of option than Etsy is right now. I do know I have embellishment packs almost ready to go up. And guys, they have some really pretty stuff in them that I made. And I'm working on mini journals to go in the Etsy store. Oh, cool. Okay. And I'm going to have to check that out, Ann. Thank you. Because I had never heard of that before. So I'm working on some minis, some trifolds. I'm working on a lot of stuff to go in Etsy. Or not Etsy. I keep saying Etsy. Either whatever store I end up with, that's where it's going to go. So that's what I'm working on. A lot of minis. And my Tsunami Rose project this month, I'm going to make it a mini. So that's going to be fun. But I'm working on like these kind of minis. Hang on, I'm moving stuff. So this is a mini. It's not an embellished mini at all yet. Now I have a question. I said I should have been asking these things earlier when I was playing. Okay, Ann, I'm really going to have to check that out. Would you all want to buy an embellished something like this, or would you rather have it plain just so you can keep notes in it? Because this is like this. I have 5 right now. This one has 2 signatures. The rest of them are 1. But I have 5 of these. They're not embellished. They're just like this. It's just leftover cut off papers from other journals that I've made. And I put them all together in these little covers. My question is this something that you would purchase blank that you could embellish yourself then, or would you want me to embellish and then sell? See, that's what I don't know. But I have 5 of them. I have that one. This one, they're all not embellished. This one has pockets in it, little pockets. And they have different covers. I have this one, unembellished, just sewed signature in, different pages again. A lot of coffee dye. That's my printed coffee dye because I had to print on those yesterday. This goes like this. Wait a minute. How does it go? Yeah, it goes like this. I think. Yes, it does. This is right side up. So, see, these are just unembellished. 50-50. Well, then I could put some of them up embellished and some of them not. And just, adjust the price accordingly. I mean, I think they're all really pretty. That's a napkin paper. That's a pocket. So I think they're all really pretty. So that's what I've been working on. Stuff like that. Yeah, I've seen people that put them up unembellished and they sell, and I've seen other people put them up embellished. Oh, that's okay, Vanessa. I completely understand. So, yeah, I'm just working on a bunch of stuff to go in the store. Whichever store I get, I'm working on stuff to go in there. Well, guys, I'm going to need to get off of here. It's tonight. This is Tuesday. I don't know who goes live tonight, but I'll be somewhere. On YouTube, probably in a live chat or lurking in a live chat. Oh, y'all, I made this. These are things that I've made. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Where's the other ones? And you know those little roses, these little paper roses you get with the water stems? I wired it through the back of the embellishment, twisted them together. That when I put it on a book, it'll get hot glued down. But I have two more. Here they are. Wait, no. Here's one. Here's the other one. And these are on those little skeleton-like leaves. Same thing. I wired them through. They are attached only with the wire. But then they can be E6000 or hot glue onto the journal. Or whatever embellishment. That would be kind of cool on a paper clip. Somehow. Like maybe hide the paper clip back here so that it looks like that's the paper clip. That would be kind of cool. So I've made these two and this one. And then I pretty much ran out of my little flowers. So other than I have blue ones, only blue ones. I have all blue and one cream colored one left. So I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Put them on a journal or something. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here, clean up the rest of my mess, reorganize, and I'll be back on Saturday. Joe and I are talking about maybe Wednesday night going on the other channel just for crafting and chatting, the coffee crafting and chatting channel. That would be on Wednesday, tomorrow night, or maybe Thursday night. I don't know. We'll post it somewhere. I'm going to get off of here, guys, and thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day. Bye.